Welcome to another episode of Unfiltered. I'm going to call this the Mother's Day episode because I'm taping it on Mother's Day. That's my Mother's Day present to my mother. Get out. Let her have some time to herself. Other than that, really nothing more about mothers. Other than I hope you all had very nice Mother's Day. I hope your kids spoiled you. Breakfast in bed, the whole 9 yards, a nice dinner or something. My mother got a lobster and some flowers. That's what she likes. She doesn't need any more junk to clutter up the place. Think about that too. When you hopefully you thought about that before you bought Mother's Day presents. Because if mom lives in a small apartment, the last thing she needs is just more junk hanging around. So a nice dinner out at a restaurant, a gift certificate for her hair to get her hair done, things like that. She'll really like a lot better than just another knick-knack to set on the shelf saying that she's the world's greatest mother. That's their job. And it's a thankless job, too. That's why Mother's Day, we say thank you. Thank you to all the mothers that spend endless nights worrying about us kids as we travel the roads, who don't sleep before we get into the house. But, all the things that a mother does. And once you're a mother, it doesn't stop. I don't know. All right. Let me explain the whole thing with I've had a few weeks off, and then there was the last episode that you saw seemed like it was a week off, which it was. I took a week off after episode 213, I think, or 212. I got ready to do a show 2 weeks ago, and I procrastinated, put it off until Monday morning. I had some time on Monday that I was going to film it first thing Monday morning because we didn't have anything going on here at the studio. So I came in to film my show, and I filmed the show, and I went out and I did my typical computer restart, which I usually do, once a week. I hit the restart button and it shuts down and it loads back up. Well, it didn't load back up. The boot drive died. Yeah. I didn't lose any of, the data that I had saved. They're all on separate drives and backed up. But the operating drive wasn't backed up. And that's what died. All my editing programs were gone, passwords, preferences, and once we took it out and had it fixed, it took about a week, and I think I've got almost everything back on there that I need. But we had to, get it all back into the network, and all this computer stuff. And the three of us that work here, none of us are by any means computer experts, especially when it comes to the networking and things like that. But we managed to get it all taken care of, and so things are back to normal. And again, this week, because it's been so busy and having my computer being down and then back up and trying to get it all back into a normal working mode, I've put this episode off until, like I said, Mother's Day Sunday is when I'm taping it. You're going to see it on Tuesday. So anyway, that gets you caught up on basically what's been going on in the unfiltered world. Let me give you a quick blast of news because I posted this on Facebook today on my Rick Blood Fine Art Photography page. I now have gallery and consignment space in Walpole Interiors over on Route 12 in Walpole. So that's really cool. A bunch of my artwork is displayed over there, and a great opportunity for artists with those people over there. The last show I talked about Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill, and And the fact that they've got a Sacagawea dollar, which unfortunately they made the size of a quarter, so a lot of the stuff gets passed off as quarters these days, which is sad. And I had forgotten about Susan B. Anthony, who was also on a coin. She had a Susan B. Anthony dollar, I believe. And I got a message this week from Jane, one of the longtime viewers of Unfiltered, and in full disclosure, my ex-wife, also known as the plaintiff. She sent a message that says, just an FYI, Ben Franklin and Alexander Hamilton were not presidents, but are on our money. And I think I said that presidents were on the money. So Franklin and Hamilton weren't presidents, but yet they're still on the money. And Jane also adds that Susan B. Anthony was put on the coins quite a while ago. Also not a president. Just saying. So thank you, Jane. And I'm sure all the viewers thank you for putting me in my place. All right. Other than that, the Facebook page has been pretty quiet. And you folks should take advantage of the Facebook page. Because while I like to think of this show as a talk show, a talk show kind of implies conversation. And unless you folks post on the Facebook page, it's basically just one big monologue, which I don't mind. I'll spew my things at you all day long if you'll sit there and watch it. Then again, if you don't watch it, I don't really care either. So I still come in and have fun doing it. I've been hesitant to talk about the whole transgender bathroom thing. And for one reason, because it's just stupid. For one thing, we don't really know. I mean, for the past, since public bathrooms have been around, maybe transgenders have been using the bathrooms that they identify with anyway. Unless you're in the stall with somebody, how the hell do you know? And the thing that drives me crazy about this whole argument that I've been seeing is that every bit of information you see puts a man in a dress in a woman's room with your daughter. Nowhere has it been mentioned that it also puts women in jeans in a men's room. We don't care about that. We're just worried that a man is in a bathroom with a woman or with a little girl. Grow up, people. This is 2016. Friggin' Bruce Jenner is going to do a nude shoot in Sports Illustrated as a woman. You think he uses the men's room? Or should I say she uses the men's room? Bruce Jenner used to use the men's room. You can bet your ass that Caitlyn Jenner uses a ladies' room. And nobody has said anything. I can understand the argument that yes, there are perverts out there. And maybe some pervert will dress up in a dress to go in a woman's room to assault a young girl. Then again, we've had senators in bathrooms molesting young boys for years. I hope you get my point. Another thing that I thought of is, would you rather have your daughter in a woman's room with a transgender, a male to female transgender, Or would you rather have your son in a men's room with a male to female transgender getting beat up by three rednecks? Again, there's tolerance, and there's one big way to cure that. Get rid of these multi-stall damn bathrooms everywhere. You don't need a bathroom that holds 50 people. Just put 30 little single places. Personally, I hate using a public men's room because I don't like to be in there trying to push out a deuce while somebody's sitting there next to me reading the paper. It's kind of uncomfortable. Single-use bathrooms, single-person bathrooms would solve everything. There you go. And it's not like this is, some of these foreign countries where they don't have a wall between the two receptacles. I'm trying to think. I almost want to say it's Japan. Where you go in, you plop your butt down on a hole next to another guy. And do your business and leave. And there's no wall. You could pat each other on the back if you wanted. Good job, man. Good job. Nice push. The argument is so stupid. It's just another one of those little things that they distract us with. Well, there's still, no jobs. No nothing. Hillary Clinton's saying she says, I'm going to put a lot of them coal miners out of business. Geez, I wonder what that'll do to the economy. The way that something like that needs to be handled is as the older mining folk leave, you just don't replace them. You start to scale back slowly until finally all of the miners are gone and they've been replaced by the younger generation of solar technicians and wind power people. That's the way you handle it. Hell, maybe I should run for president. Maybe I'll get Donald Trump to put me in charge of the stupid stuff. And I can straighten people out. Yeah, you just don't shut down the coal industry, put 50,000, 100,000 people out of work. Because most of those people have no other skills. And it gets harder and harder in life the older you get. When somebody cuts your job, that you've been working at for 20 years, and they say, oh, sorry, you're going to have to find something else to do. And it's not like you can just go from one mining operation to another if they're going to cut out all the mining. They're like, oh, geez, you used to be a coal miner. Why don't you try and put your energy into solar design? Oh, sure, because, 50, 55-year-old guy's got plenty of time to put his heart and soul into solar design after he's been digging coal for 30 years. I don't know. It's just kind of stupid. You don't... You gradually do things. And the more gradually you do things, the less people realize. Look at how government got to the way it is. Because they slowly became this over 200 years, and the people didn't even notice. Now all of a sudden, nobody trusts politicians, which is why I'm a huge Trump supporter. And the more guys like Paul Ryan that say that they're not going to back Trump, perfect. Because those are the guys we need to get rid of. Those damn career politicians who have done nothing but spent their entire lives thinking up ways to screw us people and make out for themselves. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in social programs. Some people need social programs, but I don't believe in widespread social programs. I believe that you have to teach people that the more they put into it, the more responsibility they take, the more self-esteem they have, the better off things will be. It all starts in education. And these days in education, what we're teaching kids is to be irresponsible, disrespectful, and think that they know everything. And yes, we're doing a great job because the majority of the kids are disrespectful, lazy, and feel entitled to everything. They go to work with their cell phones in their hands and never pay attention to the job, pay more attention to their cell phones. I've seen it again and again. It's why I think this country's lost. It's exactly why I think this country's lost. Our children don't have the respect for themselves or others. They don't feel any responsibility for anything. They don't take the initiative for anything. All they want to do is cry because they don't have enough. Stupid. Oh, and let's not forget how horribly fast their feelings are hurt. You know what I have to say about that? Suck it up. Feelings are something that you control yourself. Words don't hurt. Words don't leave everlasting impressions. Maybe they leave everlasting impressions. But if you're of inner strength and if you have intestinal fortitude, you blow all that off. Because in the grand scheme of things, words don't mean nothing. You're the one that controls your emotions. You're the one that controls your feelings. People can't hurt your feelings. You can just start feeling sorry for yourself and hurt your own feelings. That's what it all comes down to. Again, it's self-esteem. If you believe you're the best, then guess what? Whatever anybody else says doesn't matter at all, does it? Hell, people say horrible things about me. You think I care? Hell no. I still come here and do what I do. Because you know something? I do it good. That's all there is to it. All right. Oh, I can't think of anything else that's going on in the news. I can go to a little local stuff. I know some of you far away YouTube viewers don't really care about local stuff, but I mean these local people do here in Keene. We're getting ready to start the budget process, the city operating budget process. It started Monday night, and tonight, it's happening tonight at City Hall. And I believe it's going to be next Monday also, and possibly finish up on Tuesday if they don't finish up next Monday. And then the public hearing will be a week from Thursday at city council meeting, where the public and during all these FOP committee meetings, the public is encouraged to come. They set out plenty of seats, and unfortunately, most of the time, they're usually all empty. Well, come to one of those city council committee meetings. They start at 5:30 in the evening and run probably till 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Who knows how long they're going to go. You'll see how a TV show is made, for one thing. Be in the audience, have a live FOP meeting. And that way you can say you've done it, cross it off your bucket list. And you can ask questions at these meetings and find out how come this money is here and this money is here and how come we do this. That's what these meetings are for. And then, of course, the public hearing a week from Thursday at City Council meeting, it's the same thing. You have chances to make requests, to add your 2 cents. So, maybe it would be nice if you add your $2. Bring $2 and give it to the committee. Say, here, man, I want to help the city. Not really. It's just a thought. I mean, don't worry. They'll get it in your property taxes or your fees or car registrations or something. They'll find a way to get it. Don't worry. Anyway, budget season. It's going to last like a month, and that means my life's going to get real busy because meetings every night. And what else is going on? I think that's almost kind of about it, really, in town. Your Kitchen store is closing on Main Street. Dean Eaton, who's been around, for a lot of years right there on Main Street, and I believe he started at the Colony Mill. Again, it's another small business who is succumbed to less foot traffic, people buying their appliances and their cookware and their utensils online, because, hey, it's much easier just to sit in your chair, sit in your recliner at home and let people bring stuff to you. Another one of those things that just gets me angry, and it's the younger generation that's leading it all, who just feel that, geez, why should I have to go into a store and talk to people when I can push a couple buttons on my computer and a guy will bring the stuff right to my door. So small businesses are going out of business. They can't afford, because landlords can't just drop the rent because they've got bills to pay too. It's a whole vicious cycle kind of a thing. And the more technology we have, the less of that small business type of stuff is going to be happening. We're going to have empty friggin' buildings with no shops in them because people buy everything online. Excuse me. All right. We got a few minutes left. Let me stop some ranting and we'll go back into the useless facts pages here. And I can't remember which ones I've already done or not. About outside of the USA, Ireland is the largest software producing country in the world. Yeah, Ireland. I did that one. A piece of paper can be folded no more than 9 times. You can try, but it says it right here. I know a lot of you are reaching for the paper right now. 9 times you can fold a piece of paper. Here's a good one. For you animal fact lovers, like Jim Duffy out there. A crocodile can't move its tongue and cannot chew. Its digestive juices are so strong that it can digest a steel nail. All right. And just to make a lot of you folks feel less than average or more than average or whatever, The average person falls asleep in 7 minutes. That's right. So you don't have to set the timer on the TV for 30 minutes. You just hit 7 and you're asleep. Here's a great one, and this is perfect for this time that we've got going right now, where we want all of our 2-year-old kids to be geniuses. Einstein couldn't speak fluently until after his 9th birthday. 9 years old before Einstein could speak fluently. His parents thought he was mentally retarded. Yeah, ease up on the kids, folks. They'll get to their stuff when they get to their stuff. Don't push them. There you go. This goes right along my alley too. 1/4 of the world's population lives on less than $200 a year. Did you hear that? 1/4 of the world's population lives on less than $200 a year. Some people make that in a day. And for you people that do make that in a day, think of that. 1/4 of the world's population lives on what you make in a day, they live on for a year. And 90 million people survive on less than $75 a year. Cost of living, there you go. Figure your budget for $75 a year and see how you work out. Women blink nearly twice as much as men. And 300 years ago, most Egyptians died by the time they were 30. So think about that. People that constructed the pyramids died by the time they were 30. They probably had no regrets when they died either. All right. And my time's just about up. I'll leave you with this one. Sound travels 15 times faster through steel than through the air. And with that, I'm Rick Blood. This is Unfiltered. Peace.